Hi, my name is Daniel Danovi. I'm a firewalker. Firewalker, you ask? Yes, I walk on burning hot coals for fun and personal growth. I actually do it for a livelihood. When I tell people that I teach people how to walk on fire, 1,200 degree coals, 10 feet of glowing embers, people ask me, why would anyone want to do that? And when I first began being asked that question, I didn't know how to answer it because I have never asked that question of myself. I always wondered, why wouldn't you want to do that? Why wouldn't you want to experience a part of yourself that is seldom called into being, seldom put into use? Where most people live lives of quiet desperation. They don't dream much, they don't do much, their lives are on automatic. 21 years ago, I had a call to demand more of my life. I walked on fire for the first time in 1988. I know what you're saying. I don't look that old. Seriously. Over the years, I've walked on hot coals, walked on fire, almost 600 times. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I lost count somewhere in there. It's right around 570, 590. Yeah, I lost track. And to some people, walking on fire that many times is downright excessive. Well, most of that has been as a facilitator teaching other people how to walk on hot coals. And why would anyone want to do that? There's no good reason. There's no practical reason to be walking on fire. In fact, it's downright crazy because you could get hurt, you could get burned. It's hot. But there is something in the experience that is extraordinary. And it isn't so much walking on the fire that's the big deal. Anybody can do that. I mean, if you can walk from here to the kitchen without getting lost, you can walk on hot fire. So what's the big deal? The big deal is the first step. When you're facing those glowing embers, we do it at night because it looks better, it's more dramatic. But when you're faced with taking that first step, how do you know when to go? How do you know you're ready on the inside? Now, to convey some of the lessons that I've learned over the years on walking on fire so many times, I've created a workshop called Lessons from Walking on Fire. So you don't even ever have to walk on fire to actually learn some of the aspects that firewalking affords. Firewalking is the perfect metaphor for creating anything in your life. You have all the components. You have the obstacle. You have your intention. It's all there. So how do you be? How are you being in relationship to your obstacle? What is an obstacle? We go over that. What is fear? What is your relationship with fear? The fear of pain, the fear of failure, the fear of no, the fear of losing, loss. I mean, we have all kinds of fears as human beings. And you actually get to discover that they just aren't real. They just aren't real. Now, there are some fears that are very perfectly, suitable to have, because they save your life. But for the most part, in today's society, we don't encounter activities, we don't encounter circumstances which are going to extinguish our life, so to speak. But what we get to face is those perceptions of reality that we call real and hold us back all over the place. So if you're interested in what's available, what can a person learn out of walking on coals 570, 70, 90 sometimes? Come see my presentation, Lessons from Walking on Fire. I guarantee you'll leave empowered, you'll leave impressed with what's possible for yourself. I tell you, it's the best way to spend a day, spend an afternoon. But we'll cut it down. Just take you 2 hours. It'll change your life. Thanks.